Welcome back to another video. In this video, we want to talk about the techniques to improve blood flow for your workouts, right? So when you're in the gym and you're thinking about working out, can you improve the blood flow that we've been talking about to maximize your gain? So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. So as we've been talking about in the prior videos about blood flow, we really want to obsess with the idea of how do we maximize getting blood to the areas that we need, right? So the flow concept really comes from the idea that as you're living your life, you're molded in a certain way, right? Like maybe you sit on a desk, maybe you lay down a lot, maybe you sit on a couch a lot. And when you're sitting, what ends up happening is that you start creating like almost a shell of what you are. So imagine like you're on a computer right now, you're bent over, you see your arc of your spine, and what you realize is if you keep doing this over and over and over again, you're gonna mold yourself into that position. And as a result of that, other areas of your body are gonna start getting neglected, and you're not gonna get the proper flow because there's a lot of restriction. So as we've been talking about, there's different areas of your body that I consider to be really optimal to make sure that you get enough blood flow. Think about your hands, think about your wrists, think about your elbow, think about your shoulders, think about your spine, your head and neck, your hips, knees, ankles, and toes. And so when you think about that, understand what is the movement that you're trying to do, right? You're in the gym. We'll just use an example of like a bench press or a chest press, right? Whether it be on a machine or on the regular manual presses, you want to make sure that you get enough blood flow to this area. So if you are thinking about that, then obviously you're gonna have to lift the weight, right? So your fingers are gonna be important. We wanna make sure there's no restriction in your fingers. So maximize the muscles. Go ahead and do some of these motions where you make a fist, you let it go, you make a fist, you let it go. And then same concept with your wrist. You wanna go ahead and really do some twists, go in a clockwise motion, go in a counterclockwise motion. Similarly, you want to go to your elbow. You want to make sure that your elbow doesn't feel like there's any clicking or locking in your elbows, and also your shoulders, right? You want to make sure your shoulders are properly loosened up. And this is probably the bigger one, because if you think about it, when you're doing that motion of pressing forward, you know, that press right there is activating not only your shoulders, but your chest muscles, your spine as well. And the spine really gets improved as you keep doing it over and over. But then understanding that, that's like the upper body, right? Depending on what it is, if it's your lower body, you got to be thinking about your hips, knees, and ankles and toes. And really the best one to activate all of them is going to be the squat. And so once you find the position of your foot that's shoulder width apart, you can slowly go down and you'll notice, do you have any restrictions? Like, I don't know if you heard that, but I had a few clicks happening or cracks happening because the way I've been modeling my body, unconsciously of course, it's been in a way that's not conducive to the way the blood should be flowing. But of course, over time, as I keep doing it over and over again, it will then go ahead and reconstitute in the proper direction or alignment, as I like to say. So think about that, right? Think about how we just talked about blood. Blood is the nutrient of life. It gives you nutrient delivery to your cells, and also at the same time, it takes away the byproducts of all the cellular respiration or metabolism, whatever that your cells need to do. And so when we have optimal flow, right, no restrictions in those certain areas, you're gonna be able to go ahead and build that muscle properly. And think about what happens when you actually try to build muscle. You're technically ripping muscle, right? Those fibers are like this, and once you put progressive overload, it forces those muscle fibers to tear, and when it tears, you're gonna have to get recovery. So that's why people always recommend eating protein or a whole balanced diet, just so that you can get the nutrients that you need to be able to go ahead and recover at a faster pace. Think about that the next time you come to the gym. I want you to understand that it's not gonna be overnight, right? You have to slowly, habitually do this. Think about the thought of you coming here and doing the activity, and then think about the actions that you're going to be taking. So before you start the exercise, go ahead and just think about, okay, what is the exercise that I'm trying to do? Based on that exercise, what areas do I want to make sure the blood is properly flowing? And then based on that, go ahead and unrestrict it or loosen it, or just give it a little bit more momentum, and then go ahead and do the activity. I can promise you that once you do that, your activity, the way you're gonna be doing that movement will be so much more enhanced. Not only that, you're also gonna have better recovery after the fact. You'll be able to recover faster because now blood will be able to go there normally, more efficiently, and then help you recover. So hopefully that made sense to you. If you found any value in this video, definitely give me a like, letting me know you liked the video. I really love seeing the subscriber count go up, so definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I'll have more content coming out about blood flow and different dynamics of the body. With that being said, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.